Hey there, Crew and Nikki. It is now full on fall in Pendleton, although the weather has been really beautiful 70s and 80s, cool, crisp evenings, nice sunny days for the most part. Last weekend, I think you probably saw the video already of my hike with Scott, and it did rain in the morning, but after that, it got nice. So, Carew, I wanted to tell you that I have really enjoyed your videos about your kids running. I like the video about the boats and bluegrass. Actually, it looked really fun. Um, Next fall, Sarah and I and her mom are going to go to Ireland in early September. So let me know what the dates are for that because I might like to come out and visit and see that. I think it would be a lot of fun. I know you put out you put in there a picture of that Sprinter van. Sarah and I have been talking a lot about, and actually we've been looking at some various RV type vans. And the truth is that what she wants is much more elaborate than that. So I'll make a video about that at some point in the future, but not till after this trip. Speaking of the trip, we actually are getting on a plane tomorrow morning and flying to Seattle and then catching a plane tomorrow afternoon from Seattle to Iceland, where we will spend 2 days in Iceland before we catch a plane to London, and then we spend 10 hours in the London airport and then fly to Tel Aviv, where we will spend 10 days going on pilgrimage. And then we will actually go back to London, spend 3 days there, and then spend another 17 days, I think, after that, moving around the UK. So I know I've talked about this in depth already, but we leave tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to bed here in 5 minutes as soon as I finish making this video and rendering it. But the one thing that's really exciting, actually, is what you just saw on the table there in this video. I got this today. This is the Place Names Atlas. So I got an actual copy of it in my grubby little hands. And this represents years and years of work. So I actually started working on this project in 2003. I suspect that the people who started working on it before me started around 2001, writing grants and so on and so forth. So it's actually amazing that it's come to pass and it has been printed, and they're having a release party on Friday, which unfortunately I won't be around to participate in. But it's actually amazing to actually get the book in my hands and actually get to look through it and look at all the maps and all the photographs and all the information, all the data that I collected. There were times when I didn't think it was ever going to happen. There were times when I thought it was going to come out and it was going to be something that I wasn't proud of. And I'm actually really proud of the product. There are still problems with it. I mean, actually, it's funny because I was showing it to some of the people in GIS, and they were like, "Oh, they didn't print it on glossy paper, so the maps and the photographs don't pop. They look kind of muddy." And that's true, but they didn't have the money to print it on glossy paper, so they printed it how they could, and I think it looks really nice, and I think all the data is there, and all the information is there, and I think it's just amazing what all's in there. And I'm showing you a lot of maps and things in here, a lot of the pictures. I'm just flipping through it. But basically what I didn't actually personally make any of the maps, but a lot of this data, like on that map right there and that one, I actually compiled the original data sets that were used to produce that a long time ago, and then I actually designed a lot of maps. Like on these ones, I used the statistical technique to generate those density shadings. The map on the right, I actually did qualitative work. So I developed all the data sets for this, and then I actually talked to the woman who did the cartography, Nicole, who did a great job with the cartography, and talked to her about what I thought we should be working on and how they should be represented. And in the early stuff that you saw, there are no English names on those maps. They're all indigenous place names, and I wanted to make sure that we didn't have any contemporary features on the map. So you just saw the natural features and the indigenous place names and the trails. So you could actually think of the landscape the way that the early tribal members did. Anyway, I'm really proud of it. I'm glad it's done. So I will hopefully make more videos while we're on the road. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.